'n baie konstruktiewe vergadering gehad met seniorlede van president Trump se administrasie hier by die Withuis. Afriforum, die solidariteit beweging sowel as solidariteit was deel van hierdie vergadering. Ons het in die eerste plek ons dank uitgespreek teenoor die Trump administrasie.
Hello there guys and welcome to Daily Updates. Afriforum and the solidarity movement have really gone too far this time. They've gone too far to a point that these actions are tantamount to treason. It cannot be that the president is keeping quiet while the two right-wing Afrikaner movements are doing as they like. These two movements are some of the reasons why Donald Trump started doing what he did, by pushing some misinformation about our country. Now, they are not satisfied. They took the matter as far as landing in the USA to discuss the matter of South Africa. No one really nominated them to be our spokesperson, but they took it upon themselves to go to the USA and speak to the administration of Donald Trump. These are the actions that we should really say that they are tantamount to treason. These are treasonous actions that they are doing, and the president is quiet. Let us look at the story.
'n baie konstruktiewe vergadering gehad met seniorlede van president Trump se administrasie hier by die Withuis. Afriforum, die solidariteit beweging sowel as solidariteit was deel van hierdie vergadering. Ons het in die eerste plek ons dank uitgespreek teenoor die Trump administrasie.
So the Afriforum released a video that was taken in front of the White House where they are meeting the delegation of Trump administration. The bigger point is that they want to speak about the internal affairs of South Africa. The video was recorded in Afrikaans, so the majority of our subscribers are not going to understand it, but I've got a translation of that message. So basically they are saying that a delegation consisting of Afriforum, the Solidarity Movement, and at Solidariteit met with senior representatives of the Trump administration at the White House in Washington today and presented them with a memorandum called the Washington Memorandum. This includes, among the other things, expressed gratitude for the Trump administration, spotlighting of the violation of Afrikaner human rights and the ANC Leaders' reckless policies, as well as for the US willingness to provide assistance to Afrikaners. The same assistance that Afriforum said that, well, thank you, but we will not be coming. Now they are going to Trump to thank him for that offer to assist them. Really, how hypocritical of Afriforum to reject that offer, but now they are going to Trump to say that we appreciate you for that offer of residency. Requested that increased pressure be placed on specific ANC leaders to bring about policy change. I really don't understand this. So they're basically going to Trump to say that, well, you have to spew this misinformation, and the bigger picture is that we want you to put pressure on ANC leaders so that they can change some of the policies. So these people want Trump. They want him to come to South Africans' affairs and pressurize our corrupt leaders so that policies that are being formed to restructure the past to stop. They want them to stop those actions. Again, very hypocritical, and if I can say it, treasonous. This includes the ANC repeal the Bella Act, which threatens the cultural survival of Afrikaans school and Afrikaners. In a nutshell, the Afrikaners don't want anything to change. Like, they don't want to associate with any other culture. They want to remain straight by themselves. If you are going to bring other cultures in the Afrikaner schools, if you are going to bring other languages, they feel threatened. That is why we have a place called Orania, a place that even Nelson Mandela had the chance to dismantle, but he did not do that. As if that is not enough, now they are challenging any other movement that is going to dismantle the unfairness that we have seen in schools. Afrikaners want to remain alone. If you are going to interfere in their policies, in the way they do things, just to bring people together, then you are going to be called an enemy. phase out discriminatory racial laws, take strong action against statements that encourage violence against Afrikaners, and enter into cultural agreement with Afrikaners in which cultural space is offered to Afrikaners. Afrikaners this, Afrikaners that, Afrikaner. Hey, these people are only focused on Afrikaners. For them, it's just about their culture. Whether in the past black people were oppressed, they don't care. It's about their culture. We are threatened, this and that. Mind you, Trump said, "Come to me. I am going to save you. Run away from those unjust policies that you are complaining about." But instead of doing that, they rather go and talk to him about the interventions of America. Requested that the USA, in addition to recognizing Afrikaners as a cultural community, expand the assistance offered to Afrikaners to also include assistance for the establishment of a cultural infrastructure through which they can live freely, safely, and prosperously at the southern tip of Africa. Like, what is going on? So you really want to hold on to that South Africa, and you are scared that people are changing, views are changing, and they want to change that which you are holding. Too much power, too much freedom. Now, because they want you to be the same as the rest of South Africans, you feel like they are at war with you as Afrikaners. That is what I'm getting from this message, but let us continue. The US calls for punishing ANC leaders who act recklessly rather than harming ordinary South Africans by ending AGOA. It is proposed that action be taken against ANC leaders and others who is guilty of corruption, as pointed out by, amongst others, the Zondo Commission, a report on this compiled by Advocate Gerinel. The same Advocate Gerinel who was working for the NPA, and he decided that, you know what, I need to go and align with my own people, the Afrikaners, so that I can defend them. Afriforum says that, not only Afriforum, Solidarity Movement, Trump, we need you to intervene. Hold the leaders accountable. I mean, if that is not treasonous, you tell me. I am not against any other party, any organization, right, left, any. I am not. But if you are going to go to another country and report our country as if like they are our principal, report us so that they can intervene, then that is very treasonous. You need to be held accountable because now you are acting as if you are the deputy president. If Afriforum is fighting for independence, they must tell us. We have Lesotho, we have Swaziland, they are in South Africa. If Orania wants to be recognized as a country, they must just come forward. They must not go and threaten us with the US. We must be told that we are tired of South Africa. As Orania, we feel like let us be recognized as a country. As we continue, violates human rights, violates property rights, and has ties to terrorist organizations such as Hamas and Iran. That's a bit laughable. So they basically support Israel. And if South Africa stands with Palestine and they have relationship with Iran, so now they are being referred as having link to terrorist organization. Really? Isn't it the ICC that declared Netanyahu a war criminal? Isn't he declared a very dangerous man? So if Israel is being declared a dangerous state that is committing acts of violence against civilians, if they are declared that, are they not terrorist organization? Are they not a terrorist organization? But instead of focusing on Israel, they are taking a turn and saying that the relationship with Palestine is a terrorist one because Palestine, Hamas, is more like a terrorist organization. As we continue, the US already has a special legislation such as the Magnitsky Act and executive orders that can be used to take action against individual leaders. I mean, Elon Musk has already said something about Julius Malema being referred as an international criminal. So we can see where they are going with this. It's more of saying, punish them more. Punish the ANC leaders and any other person who has freedom of speech. In closing, it says, You can also sign the Washington Memorandum at washingtonmemorandum.co.za. They even have a website for that, registered under South African domain.co.za. I mean, the kind of audacity that we see in this country. A right-wing movement, two right-wing movements, going to the USA, reporting us, because they believe that if you tell the USA about us, we are going to be scared. I don't want to make this video any longer than it is, but it is quite shocking to see the kind of freedom that people have in the country. We have a history of injustices. Those are being put aside, and people are focusing on currently. They should stop calling themselves Afriforum and start calling themselves USA Forum, because that is where they belong. They have clearly indicated that they are not going to respect anything that has to do with our government. So if they can't respect, let them change their name to USA Forum, because in South Africa, what we are currently seeing is despicable. 1, 2 is despicable.